Hello everyone and welcome to section 4.2, talking about angles of a triangle. We'll start out with theorem 4.1. It's the angle sum theorem. This is a theorem that a lot of students already know pretty well. It's the sum of the measures of the angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. So if I have a triangle here with angles A, B, C, the measures of all three of those add up to 180. And that is the angle sum theorem. Next up, we have a definition here, auxiliary line. It's a line that we draw into a picture to help prove a theorem, so we'll see that here in a little bit. 4.2 theorem, the third angle theorem. If two angles of one triangle are congruent to two angles of a second triangle, then the third angles of the triangles are congruent. Okay, so if we have these two triangles here, ABC and XYZ, I know that both of them have angle measures of 60 and 80 respectively. Then without having to prove it, I know by the angle sum theorem that the third angles of both of those will also have measures of 40 degrees. Exterior angle. An exterior angle is the angle formed by one side of a triangle and the extension of the other side. So there's that auxiliary line we talked about earlier. The remote interior angles. These are the interior angles of the triangle not adjacent to the given exterior angle. So here we have an exterior angle. Notice it's formed from one side of the triangle and the extended line of the other side. What we're going to call remote interior angles are on the opposite sides of the triangle from the exterior angle. Theorem 4.3 says the exterior is called the exterior angle theorem. The measure of an exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of the measures of the two remote interior angles. So there'll be a few problems where you're going to be given an exterior angle, and you know from this theorem that the remote interior angles will add up to the exterior angle. 80 plus 20 equals 100 in this case. Flowchart proof. This type of proof organizes a series of statements in logical order starting with the given statements. Each statement is written in a box with the statement verifying it written below the box. So it's a different version of the two-column proof where you have statements that are connected with a flowchart and the reasons for all of them will be written underneath each of those. Alright, next up we have a corollary. Corollary is a statement that can be easily proved using a theorem. Corollary to our first theorem, 4.1, the acute angles of a right triangle are complementary. So if we know a right triangle has 90 degrees, it should make sense that the other two angles, which are acute, will add up to 90 as well, therefore they are called complementary. Corollary 4.2, there can be at most one right or obtuse angle in a triangle. So when we're talking about right triangles or obtuse triangles, you're only going to have one right angle in right triangles and one obtuse angle in obtuse triangles.